Ooh, early show for booze and body cams. Okay, let's play some court.
You fat piece of shit. Do you know who he's referring to there?
I believe my.
By the way, I downloaded this like a while ago, so I don't even remember it. I'm going through the file of videos that I haven't played this year.
Myself.
Around 33 seconds in, while he's talking to Michael by his car, Tom says, "Mommy will probably drown you in a bathtub." When she kills him, this being directed towards the vehicle, get this on camera. When she kills him, I'm taking her to the grave with me.
Belligerent dad cusses everyone out at child exchanges.
Where's would you call? Well, first of all, do you wish to make an opening statement or do you want to waive your opening statement?
No, we'll waive and rely on our trial brief, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Huey, I know you're representing yourself. The court has to hold you to the same standards as an attorney, which means all of the rules of evidence, all of the court rules, all of the case law, all of the things that people learn in law school. So you are entitled to represent yourself. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up and a warning that I will be holding you to those same standards because that's what I'm required to do. So an opening statement is when each side gets the opportunity to tell the court what they believe the proofs, the evidence is going to show in their case. And Mr. Swears, probably in the interest of time, is waiving his opening statement. So do you wish to make an opening statement or do you wish to just get going?
Peggy.
We should address everything as it comes along, right? Is that my understanding?
Right. Yeah. An opening statement is just a summary of what you think the evidence will show, but you know, and you can make one.
No, we can just continue if that's okay.
All right, then that's fine. The record should reflect that Mr. Huey has waived his opening statement. All right, Mr. Swears.
Your Honor, again, just to get them out of the way, I'd like to move for admission of our proposed Exhibit A. It is a demonstrative. It's simply the asset schedule requested by the court.
All right. Mr. Huey, just so that you know, a demonstrative exhibit is not accepted by the court as proof of the items on it. It's simply a document that can be worked off of by all parties. That's kind of summarizes what the plaintiff is claiming, but it is not actual evidence in the case, if that makes sense. So do you have any objection to that?
No.
Okay. All right. Then it's admitted for demonstrative purposes only.
And then I'd also like to move for the admission of our Exhibit I. This is the State Bar of Michigan 2023 Economics of Law Report. And we would move for admission as self-authenticating under MRE 9025.
Hey.
Any objection to that, Mr. Huey?
I don't really understand what it means, but no.
Okay.
And let's talk parenting time conditions. The last thing I want to ask you about, we'll start with the easy one. The current parenting time order has you picking up Michael at the Sparta police station. Is that where you've been picking Michael up?
I am Sparta.
Generally, yes.
Well, and
the current order has Tom picking Michael up for his parenting time at the Walker police station. Is that where you've been dropping Michael off?
Yes.
Which of those locations is closer to your home?
The Walker police station.
Would picking Michael up at Walker instead of Sparta make it easier to get Michael to bed on time?
Yes, it would.
And just to be clear, you're asking to switch these locations so there won't be any overall change in drive time. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, let's talk about the exchanges themselves. All right, I'm going to pull up what has been proposed as Exhibit F.
Frank.
All right.
That's my work car. Take pictures of it, dog. Here I am, you fat piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, I forget we get video.
Hi, bud. It's at 8 p.m.
All right, Deborah, do you recognize this video?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell the court where is this video taken?
Sparta police station.
How do you?
Okay, real quick. My mother-in-law will shop for Christmas based on what people have in their Amazon wish list, which is awesome, right? It's freaking great. And this year I forgot a while ago, I thought about getting a projector. And so I had a projector in there. I had like a background screen for the projector. I had like a ceiling mount for the projector. So she buys all the like the accessories, but not the projector. And so when I got all this stuff, I went to my wife. I'm like, well, now that we have all this stuff, can we get a freaking projector? And I wasn't sure if I was going to use it because I don't have a wall in my house, in my apartment, that doesn't have stuff on it. And I was planning on mounting it to the ceiling in one of the rooms. But now, instead of mounting it, I'll just bring it to different rooms in the house and just play. Like I'll either screencast freaking YouTube that's 10 feet, or I'll play Netflix. It's freaking awesome. It's like having a portable 10-foot TV. It's freaking amazing. So open up that box.
Recognize this location?
That is where we do our exchanges.
Can you tell the court, do you recognize who the person in the orange tank top was?
That was the defendant, Tom Huey.
Were you present at the time this video was taken?
Yes.
Do you know who took this video?
And outside.
My stepdad, Doug Lemon.
And he was present for the exchange as a third party?
Yes.
Can you tell the court what day this took place?
August 11th.
Yeah.
All right. Deborah, I'm going to reshare this
You
and
build a
play
wall.
the entire video. It should take about 4
Can
minutes.
we identify the year?
Oh, yes. Can you identify August 11th of what year?
2024.
Thank
And
you.
Your Honor, I suppose before I play the rest of it, I'd like to move for admission of proposed Exhibit F.
Any objection, Mr. Huey?
All objections.
No, all the videos that he wants to show they're true. So I don't know if we need to waste our time, but I
Okay.
understand.
It's
Well,
a
in that case, if on admissibility, Your Honor, I'll move for admission of Exhibit G and F while we're at it and save us a few minutes.
All right. It sounds like you stipulated to those. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. So, Deborah, I'm going to play this and then I'll ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Oh, Deborah. Wait, did we just play this one?
That's my work car. Take pictures of it, dog. Here I am, you fat piece of shit. Hi, bud. It's at 8 p.m., not 5 p.m. You could go all you want, you big piece of shit people. You guys are rude and you're disgusting. Put me on tape. I got worse shit of you guys. Ooh, I said shit. Give me a hug, Mike. I'm your dad. They don't get to act this way, like, all the time. I love you.
He's talking to mom and the kid.
Okay, mommy will probably drown you in a bathtub.
Yeah.
When she kills him, get this on camera. When she kills him, I'm taking her
Hey, Alex.
to Wade with me.
Jeez. He's fun.
Call the police. Dude, I'll stay here till 8. You lousy piece of shit.
Whoa! Good job! You're so big!
It's like saying calm down. At least like the weather looks nice. I think it's a drop off. I think they're doing a custody exchange here. I think somebody's either really early or really late too. Probably Florida. I don't know.
Well,
Well,
yeah, next time you threaten me with a gun, Doug, put the gun down and just hit me with your fist.
Oh, someone's got pew pew?
Huey for life.
Aw.
Come on, Doug, do something, dude. Right in front of the police station. Come on. Julie. Wow, your daughter's dead. Good for you. You probably killed her. Or Deborah did.
Hey, Wahoo. I know this all too well. If you've got kids, you know I'm clapping at that one. Oh, of course the kid's crying. Dick flute. Oh my god. Of course I had to pick one with the kid crying.
All right, Deborah, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about that video. So at about 3 seconds in, Tom says, "Here I am, you fat piece of shit." Do you know who he's referring to there?
I believe myself.
Around 33 seconds in, while he's talking to Michael by his car, Tom says, "Mommy will probably drown you in a bathtub." When she kills him, this being directed towards the vehicle, get this on camera. When she kills him, "I'm taking her to the grave with me." When Tom says she kills him, do you understand that to be a reference to you killing your son?
Yes.
And that was said right in front of Michael.
Yes.
His reference then to taking her, and I'm using air quotes there for transcript, her to the grave, is that also a reference to you?
Yes.
Around 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Tom says something about someone, quote unquote, threatening him with a gun. Did anyone threaten Tom with a gun?
No.
To be clear, this exchange is in the parking lot of the Sparta Police
It
Department.
was just
Is
a
that correct?
joke.
Yes.
At 2 minutes and 54 seconds, Tom says, "Fuck you, Julie. Your daughter is dead." Is that a reference to your sister, Chelsea?
Yes, it is.
And when he says, "You probably killed her," or Deborah did, again, a reference to Chelsea?
Yes.
And you
Oh,
testified Chelsea had passed away at the end
Oh.
of June. So that was only about 5 or 6 weeks before this, right?
Yes.
At the end of the video for the last 30 seconds or so, you can hear someone crying in the background. Who can you tell the court who is that crying in the background?
My son, Michael.
All right, I'm going to switch over and show Exhibit G. This one's significantly shorter. And again, I'm going to share it so it'll mute us, and then I'll bring us back and ask you some questions at the end.
This
He had his court face on at the beginning. Now he's just got his angry face.
poor kid's core memories of his childhood are going to be him running back and forth from his dad's car to his mom's car in a parking lot. Shameful.
Yeah, that's true too. That's messed up. By the way, I didn't pause this. Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is the different. He's got a different car.
This is the guy right here that has a gun and is trying to kill me.
Oh my god, what a douche.
All right, just for clarity on timeline, this is the August 14th video that was admitted by stipulation. Whose Mercury Milan is that?
That is Tom's.
And about 47 seconds in, was that Michael coming over to your car?
Yes.
So at about 1:13, there's a window that rolls down on Tom's car. Is Michael already in your car at this point?
Yes.
So the parenting time exchange is, for all intents and purposes, complete.
Correct.
All right. So then Tom rolls his window down, backs up, and holds something up to the window. Looks like a phone, and says, "Hi, we're making a movie. This is the guy right here that has a gun and is trying to kill me." That's all after the exchange is completed.
Yes.
Was anyone at this exchange trying to kill Tom with a gun?
No.
And this is the same parking lot at the police department in Sparta, correct?
Correct.
All right.
I am.
I'm going to show you the last video. This is Exhibit H. This is the September 8th parenting time exchange.
I love that sentence. You are such the knower of much. Oh, I thought you were referencing something else. Oh my God. It's Washington or Oregon,
Bye. You know
according to legal. According to legal.
My child.
You're the one.
You already killed one of yours. You don't need to traumatize mine. The PPO is coming though. Bye.
Oh my God.
All right. So at about 23 seconds in, was that again Michael running to your car?
Yes.
So for all intents and purposes, the exchange is complete by 30 seconds into this video.
Correct.
All right. So then Tom backs the car up all the way up by your car, rolls his window down, and says, "Bye, you know you're a child. You keep traumatizing
Play what again?
my child. You already killed one of yours. You don't need to traumatize mine. The PPO is coming, though. Bye." The reference to a dead child, is Tom talking to your mother here?
Yes.
But again, by the time he backed up, Michael was already in your car.
Yes.
And the reference to killing someone, you understand that to be a reference to Chelsea?
Oh, he was yelling the same old shit, and then something about a PPO or wait till the PPO comes down.
Yes.
So based on Tom's statements and actions at past parenting time exchanges, and this is over the last 6 weeks, do you believe exchanges should continue to happen at the police stations?
Yes.
Do you believe Tom will continue to act aggressively unless the court imposes parenting time conditions to govern his behavior?
Yes.
But at this time, you're not trying to change anything. You still want Michael to have a relationship with Tom.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to shift very briefly to spousal support. As I noted for the court earlier, we hadn't actually agreed on a resolution, but just to be clear, you are not seeking an order for spousal support. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions for this witness.
Mr. Huey, do you wish to cross-examine?
This is Kent County, Michigan. Kent County, Michigan.
Mrs. Huey?
No.
All right.
Ooh, no cross. Good call.
And again, you understand this is your only opportunity to do so.
Yes, ma'am. I wish to exchange 0 words with her.
Okay. Thank you. Any further witnesses, Mr. Swears?
No, Your Honor. Plaintiff rests.
All right. Okay, Mr. Huey, now the case transfers over to you. Any witnesses that you would like to call?
No, ma'am. I don't have any witnesses.
All right. Do you wish to call yourself?
If I can recount events because these are
All
very
right, hold on,
jaded
hold
and
on,
it's
hold
very
on. If
one-sided,
you're gonna,
but-
hold on. If you're gonna testify.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not trying to
I know, it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
I need to
Sorry.
swear you in though before you can start talking, all right? Would you raise your right hand? State your name for the record.
Thomas Edward Huey Jr.
Do you
Dick
swear
Flute,
or
Dick
affirm
Flute,
the
Dick
testimony
Flute.
you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Dick Flute.
All right. Now, if you did, you can put your hand down. If you had an attorney, your attorney would be questioning you much in the same way Mr. Swears was just questioning Mrs. Huey, right? But Mr. Swears, are you willing to permit him to testify in the narrative?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All that means is you don't have to ask yourself questions and then answer questions. You can just talk. Okay. But
Okay.
so go ahead whenever you're ready and try not to start.
By the way, for the sake of custom emojis, I used AI to see what happened if I made Dick Flute. It's not appropriate.
Going too fast. People, when they're nervous, tend to speak quickly. So it's important that I understand what you say. Okay.
Hey, Jules.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead.
How's the other side of the world?
So the basis for our separation is the treatment that the plaintiff put upon my 6-year-old at the time.
Objection as to relevance.
The relevance
you've
is,
got- hold, sir, wait.
Oh,
When there's
sorry.
an objection, you need to wait for me to roll. Okay.
okay, sorry, ma'am.
I will allow the testimony.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. The reason for that was the mistreatment of my older child that we do not share together. I made the executive decision to send him to go stay with his mother. I have maintained a 50-50 his whole life. We have stayed out of the court systems, so we have a really good relationship. I filed a motion for I want to recall, I don't remember the full name of it, but it wasn't an ex parte, but I filed it the day after the plaintiff filed for divorce. And in her divorce, she was seeking full custody, full everything. After I filed my motion, she sought legal counsel and filed the ex parte. So when that happened, my motion was, I guess, not relevant anymore. So then her motion took place, and then we had to attend mediation, which got me closer to parenting time reestablished with my younger son. And then we attended another mediation.
I mean, that's not even the surprise. It's the two marriages that are the surprising part.
And it got me overnights. I moved to Crystal to have my own apartment because I was living in somebody else's residence. And then in August 1st, just 2 months after having the place in Crystal, I was able to get into Kent City, where I had one of the first places I had applied to in December of 2023. So to be closer to both of my children. My older son, he resides in Sparta, and my younger one resides in Grand Rapids. As far as for the rent, it was cashier's checks that we were supposed to use to pay her, or a check. And the bank account that we had just I think it was Fifth Third. I'm pretty sure it was a Fifth Third. It was right down the road. And we didn't have checks through them. So her grandma wrote us checks and we gave her the cash. The vehicle in question, that the plaintiff's vehicle, the basis of that was,
Jules, if I'm not mistaken, New Zealand had New Year's come and go like quite a while ago, right? Something like 10, 11 hours ago.
Her grandfather passed away and her grandmother inherited the car. But instead of signing it to us, it was signed to her mother to avoid paying lengthy taxes on it, because it was a really nice car. It only had 80,000 on it in miles. I hit a deer. We were under the premise that if we did get in an accident or anything else or a ticket, we would tell the cops and everything else that we were just borrowing the car. So when that accident occurred, her mother got an insurance check for that. Well, her mother and grandmother felt obligated to get the plaintiff another car. So between the mother and grandmother, they both came up with it and got her the Ford Escape. And the only reason why I was put on the title,
Escape.
which I was very confused on, I don't understand why I was put on the title. And so there is that. I did agree to pay the $500 for the Mercury Milan. So I am not denouncing that. Her mother did tell us we didn't have to pay it back, but I planned on paying it back. And then the divorce and all that happened. So it was sort of just up in the air. I'm sorry, I feel all over the place. The rental was used with my account, yes. And I think we did get a loan for the rental from her mother. But I was put on it because I had the bank account. Deborah did not have the bank account. And Deborah didn't have her license when we went to the car rental place. Sorry, I got here.
What does your insurance fraud have anything to do with your freaking kid?
As far as the child support, I think that should be adjusted. Only because the basis of I only make $1,000 every 2 weeks, and with my bills and everything else, I don't have anybody to help me. But I do understand the importance of paying it, so I'm not trying to make an excuse on the reason why I can't pay it, even though that's exactly what that sounds like.
Hey,
I'm not sure where else to go, ma'am.
HO.
Okay. Any of the contested issues, that's what you need to talk about.
Like anything other than what you
Okay.
said.
So the rent, I don't, that's not, I don't know. I feel is there something I missed? The videos of me at the exchanges are true. I have no excuse for them. I would like if
Wow,
her father has
accountability.
threatened me with a gun. He stopped me at a family fair parking lot and pulled it out. I went to go.
If you're married and your in-law hasn't given you a blanket threat with the pew-pew, then your spouse probably isn't that committed to you.
File and Walker on one of the days of exchange because I was just tired of the plaintiff and her mother recording me and harassing me upon pickup.
Is that me?
And immediately after I came out, they went in, and then I never heard anything else from that. So, but they have been recording me at exchanges, at every exchange since December. I have never had anybody else in the car with me. 90% of the time I stay in the car. I just have my son get out. The past few times I have in August and the one in September, I did not maintain a composure that I should have. And I am aware of that. And I'm pretty sure that's about as far as I'm not sure.
Okay. Mr. Swears, any questions?
Yeah, it's a paternal tradition. I know my wife's grandpa threatened me. I know I'll probably threaten my daughter's future, whoever, etc.
Briefly, Your Honor. So, Mr. Huey, you mentioned that you understand the importance of paying child support. Is that right?
I was on a roll
Yes, sir.
today.
Have you been paying child support?
Yes, I have made a payment, but I also have other debts that I need to pay, like a place to live, because if I don't have a place to live, then you guys will say that I don't deserve overnights and I will be homeless.
All right. So you're aware that you're currently $3,567.50 in arrears on child support.
Yes, and I don't agree with that either.
Wait, how much?
That you're currently $3,567.50 in arrears on child support.
Yes, and I don't agree with that either. I don't think that should have been retroactive for 6 months of somebody denying me my child time.
And by somebody denying you your child time, you mean the court denying it by court order. Is that correct?
By the plaintiff getting a lawyer and falsifying records. So yes.
Oh, he says that's so matter of fact. I don't know what he does. Did anybody else catch it? Peggy, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Happy New Year, chat, and of course, Grammar. Thank you so much. You're so great. I love having you here.
All right, but you recall you also asked the court to set a parenting time schedule at the beginning of this case. Isn't that correct?
Yes, and then it was met with you sending me a threatening email.
We'll go on.
The smug.
Early December, you actually texted Deborah about parenting time, and you said you weren't comfortable working it out with her. You wanted to wait and just see what the judge says. Is that correct?
That was before she filed the ex parte.
Hey, Sherry.
Okay, so it was okay for you to file a motion to establish parenting time, but not for Deborah to do it.
When I put the truth in it, when you put lies in it with a lawyer.
Okay, I think we all understand the answer.
Yeah.
You just testified that we've attended 2 mediations. So the first mediation was with the Dispute Resolution Center in May. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
When was the second mediation?
The second mediation was in June.
Who was that with?
That was through the court system too.
All right.
The first one was court ordered.
You're not referring to a second session with the Dispute Resolution Center. Is that correct?
I'm not exactly sure what their second one was through. I understood it was set up through the court.
All right. Do you recall requesting a second mediation with the Dispute Resolution Center in late August?
Yes, I did.
And you.
What a douche. He's such a douche. Oh, good call in. Yeah, that's a much less gratuitous picture than the one my AI was rendering. Java freaking puppy. $50 super chat. Holy shit. Thank you so much for a not horrible bottle of champagne. Well, for me, it'll be like 15 bottles of the apple cider, but it's freaking great. Java, you're so awesome. Thank you so much. With that super chat, I have the feeling that I might be able to steal you for some flowcharts. And again, second thank you for hanging out with Grammar School from day one ish. Thank you, Java.
You canceled that one. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So we had the one Dispute Resolution Center in May, nothing in August, and you're not certain what this other.
We had 2 dispute resolutions, sir.
All right. Was the second one you're thinking of the settlement?
I was gonna say this dude could drive Uber, but imagine this guy's picture popping up when your Uber's about to pull up.
Conference with.
We had 2 different mediators. There were 2 different mediators. If one of them wasn't through the dispute resolution, you weren't there for one of them, sir.
Okay, you're talking the friend of the court investigated.
Yes,
conference.
sir. That was the first one.
I'm caught up now.
So it would have been a third mediation that I denied.
All right. With regards to rent, you said there's some dispute as to the transfer of funds. I'm not going to spend the court's time on it.
Hey, Willis.
I want to finally ask you just briefly, you talked about the videos of the exchanges. You said you have no excuse for that action. You were aware you were being recorded. Is that correct?
I'm recorded every time, sir.
Right. And in fact, part of the point of having these exchanges at the police station is to avoid some of the issues that were present in December of last year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If the plaintiff's parents didn't need to be there, none of this would make any sense. She's the one that gets out of the
Happy
car.
New Year.
Well, in the first video, was that not you walking across a parking lot towards Deborah's car?
I did not.
God, he said one of my least favorite words. Hold on. I think this is the first time it's come up on Grammar School, but let me make sure he said what I think he said.
Make any sense. She's the one that gets out of the car.
Well, in the first video, was that not you walking across a parking lot towards
Across. I hate across just as much as I hate irregardless.
Deborah's
No,
car?
I did not walk across the parking lot. I maintain a distance.
All right, but
Her
you still
father has
approached
threatened me
about
with a
halfway
firearm.
across.
My life is
Okay.
important. Thank
I'm
you.
going to ask the question, and I just need you to ask the question, answer the question I'm asking, Mr. Huey. So you walked about halfway across that parking lot. Is that
No,
correct?
sir. No,
All right,
Sounded
well,
right
video
the
speaks
second
for
time.
itself.
Correct.
Do you think it's appropriate to refer to Deborah as a fat bitch in front of your son?
No, sir, but no.
This would have been a good time to play the clip from the dog video.
Do you believe it's appropriate to tell your son directly that his mother is going to harm him by drowning him in a bathtub?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you believe that's appropriate to tell? How old's
Sir,
Michael
she
now?
told my
5
son
years?
he could go fucking kill
Tom,
himself, and she hated
Tom,
him. So you need
I'm
to
going to ask the
represent yourself.
question.
Correct.
All right,
So
you both, hold on. You both can't talk at the same time. The transcriptionist will kill me. You have to take turns. Okay, don't talk over each other. Mr. Huey, you do need to just answer Mr. Swear's question. I will give you the opportunity to explain, okay? Your answers.
Understand.
After
I
he's done with
apologize.
his questioning. We have to
I
take turns.
apologize. Sorry,
There are
ma'am.
court rules that govern this. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Swears.
Thank you, Your Honor. Michael is 5 now. Is that correct?
Yes.
He's 5. 5.
So I think I'll ask kind of the open ended on the last two, and then that should be all I have. On the last 2 videos, Michael goes to the vehicle about 30 seconds in, and then you seem to prolong the exchange to initiate some sort of confrontation. Can you explain to the court why you went just at that point? Again, if you're worried, like you said, about people or this exchange, once Michael's off to the other car, why you went just drive away?
Sir, you do realize I have another child, and when I exchange, he unbuckles. They spend time with each other because their time is limited. So I have to make sure he gets rebuckled. It's about safety.
Is your other child the one
I don't hang
telling
out
you
for
to-
5 minutes. I don't hang out for that long.
Is your other child the one telling you to back the car up and roll the window down?
And immediately after I came out, they went in, and then I never heard anything else from that. So, but they have been recording me at exchanges, at every exchange, since December. I have never had anybody else in the car with me.
But by the way, I stole this video from somebody, but I don't remember who. Let me see if I can find it.
90% of the time I stay in the car. I just have my son get out. The past few times I have in August and the one in September, I did not maintain a composure that I should have, and I am aware of that.
Use?
And I'm pretty sure
He's got
that's
to
about
stop.
as far as I'm not. I'm not sure.
Okay,
Or is it Derval?
Mr. Swears, any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. So, Mr. Huey, you mentioned that
Huey.
you understand the importance of paying child support. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Have you been paying child support?
Yes, I have made a payment, but I also have other debts that I need to pay, like a place to live, because if I don't have a place to live, then you guys will say that I don't deserve overnights and I will be homeless.
All right. So you're aware that you're currently $3,567.50 in arrears on child support.
Yes, and I don't agree with that either. I don't think that should have been retroactive for 6 months of somebody denying me my child time.
Oh God, I think it might be worse. I think he might actually have full custody of the other kid.
And by somebody denying you your child
Hey,
time, you
Bracken.
mean the court denying it by court order. Is that correct?
By the plaintiff getting a lawyer and falsifying records. So yes.
All right. But you recall you also asked the court to set a parenting time schedule at the beginning of this case. Isn't that correct?
Yes, and then it was met with you sending me a threatening email.
We'll go on.
Okay.
Early December, you actually texted Deborah about parenting time, and you said you weren't comfortable working it out with her. You wanted to wait and just see what the judge says. Is that correct?
That was before she filed the ex parte.
Okay, so it was okay for you to file a motion to establish parenting time, but not for Deborah to do it.
I did. Did I circle back on something?
When I put the truth in it, when you put lies in it with a lawyer.
Okay, I think we all understand the answer.
Yeah.
You just testified that we've attended 2 mediations. So the first mediation was with the Dispute Resolution Center.
Oh, weird.
That
Okay.
was the first one.
I'm caught up now.
That's what I thought.
So it would have been a third mediation that I denied.
All right. With regards to rent, you said there's some dispute as to the transfer of funds. I'm not going to spend the court's time on.
No shit. I think. Oh God, was it somebody said? Leslie said something that you might know somebody. Oh, I gotta go back and find it. Oh, is this a full repeat, or are they just kind of reviewing what they've already talked about
on it? I want to finally ask you just briefly. You talked about the videos of the exchanges. You said you have no excuse for that action. You were aware you were being recorded. Is that correct?
I'm recorded every time, sir.
Right. And in fact, part of the point of having
you're right.
these exchanges.
All right, let me jump forward like 10 minutes.
That you need to unmute and say yes or no.
Oh shit. Oh, that might make this better.
Doesn't mean that I should not have rights to my children. It doesn't mean that I should be subjugated to some made up funds to try to cover attorney fees.
Oh yeah, pay those attorney fees.
Anything else?
No, ma'am. I think that's. I don't think we need to.
All right, Mr. Swears.
Swears.
Follow-up?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Huey, I think you already indicated you did not have any other witnesses or evidence to present. You need to unmute and say yes or no.
I was pressing the unmute. So, no, ma'am. I don't.
Okay. All right. Mr. Swears, closing.
Your Honor, this is fairly straightforward since we already have resolution on the court's prior order regarding custody. Really, we only have a few outstanding issues in front of the court. We would, of course, ask the court to grant the parties a judgment of divorce. We would ask the court order defendant to pay plaintiff $7,572.10 as outlined in our Exhibit A, proposed distribution of assets. And I understand this is always the hard part when we have people borrowing money from family rather than going to a bank.
Grant the judgment of divorce. Oh, she still isn't divorced to this guy?
Where we have clear, unambiguous loan documents and a loan officer coming to collect. but this is not an abnormal situation. If you look at the parties' incomes, this isn't a substantial asset case, limited assets, loans from family, very normative. And for these to be, borrowed, or the idea, I think that the parties' relationship was such that Ms. Lemon, for example, was purchasing a car substantially below market or giving it to Mr. Huey free and clear immediately before a divorce was filed. I don't believe is probably the most logical inference. We would ask the court to order attorney fees pursuant to Reimer v. Johnson, and to set the matter for a post-judgment motion to be submitted with the affidavits, the detailed outline pursuant to Reimer, and if an objection is filed, to hold a hearing on that matter if necessary. Again, the issue in this case that Reimer really addresses is that when you have extended litigation, there's an appropriateness to balancing the cost of litigation between the parties. Mr. Huey makes about twice what Ms. Huey made even before she had the job reduction. And a significant part of the expenses in this case are related to the ex parte motion, which the court has already seen and dealt with, but it's in the court file. There was a lot of withholding of the child. There was a lot of, frankly, just mess back December of last year that has substantially improved as a result of those orders, but it has caused plaintiff to incur substantially more fees than we normally would in a case where you don't have ex partes just trying to calm everything down. So we would ask the court to reserve pursuant to Reimer v. Johnson, or to order and requires obviously to submit affidavit, not an itemized list of fees for objection. And then most importantly, Your Honor, is really the parenting time conditions in this case. There aren't a lot of assets in this case, but there is a child. And this child, the court can review the videos for itself. I appreciate Mr. Huey's willingness to acknowledge that this is not appropriate behavior in front of a 5-year-old, but the substantial concern is if, while a person is being observed at a third-party location, the reason we use these locations is it encourages people to be on their best behavior. And I think Mr. Huey's already indicated in his testimony that he feels it's appropriate to tell a 5-year-old child that his mother is dangerous, will drown him in a bathtub, that to make these sorts of threats and this sort of belligerent behavior, and we can see the effect it's having on the minor child. We're not asking the court to make any changes to the frequency of duration of parenting time, but as outlined in our trial brief, we are asking that the court impose very strict guidelines on these parenting time exchanges.
I feel like that's a really bad idea.
That Mr. Huey remain in his car, not engage in this sort of threatening or disparaging behavior. And obviously we would ask that the court include a very strict non-disparagement clause, because there's always a concern if this is how I talk about the child in front of the other parent when I know I'm being observed, how am I talking about the parent to the child behind closed doors? And that's obviously something that's very difficult to monitor, but we'd ask the court to impose an appropriate non-disparagement clause so that if it does become an issue in the future, the court has something to point to in an appropriate enforcement proceeding. And on that, Your Honor, we rest.
All right, thank you. Mr. Huey?
I don't believe I should have to pay the plaintiff's attorney costs. If I could afford an attorney, you think I would have gotten one, and I wouldn't have gotten treated the way I've been treated. As far as I don't talk about the plaintiff when I'm not my son. If he talks about her, he can talk about her. I don't talk about her. Once she treated my other child the way she did, she's no longer a part of my life or a part of my extracurricular. That's hearsay. That's, you can assume anybody can do anything on their own time. I mean, you could say I'm making bombs, and you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. But to
oh, he probably is too.
insinuate that is very detrimental to somebody's character. You keep saying about how I'm a bad parent.
Did you say detrimental?
Very detrimental to somebody's character. You keep saying about how I'm a bad parent and everything else.
All right, you heard it from Huey. Detrimental, word of the day.
And the plaintiff's parents have to record me every time, and they have to make a big deal out of it. And you talk about it's the 5-year-old, and what about my 6-year-old that was mistreated by the plaintiff? But that's not talked about. It's a far cry for everything. And then that's my end statement. I don't believe I should have to pay her attorney fees. I believe The only thing that I'll agree to is I will pay the 500 for the Mercury because I took the car. That's the car I took. I agreed to pay that. I'm not trying to make stuff up. I'm not trying to whatever. I had no intention of being divorced and being where I'm at and barely getting to see my child and anything else. You make it sound like I planned this out. I didn't plan none of it. I would had to have planned how to make the plaintiff treat my child like garbage. I didn't plan none of that. I didn't none of that. So
Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't seem like a passive douchebag. He seems like he's a dangerous douchebag.
I appreciate your time, ma'am, and I thank you.
Right? Any rebuttal, Mr. Swears?
Only briefly, Your Honor, because the issue several times. The relying on documents previously submitted with earlier motions. I understand Mr. Huey's other child has some issues with school, some behavioral issues that the parties, I mean, all of us with small children get it. But to the extent to which there are allegations my client was mistreating the child, it's simply an overstatement of what are, I think, natural tensions in a blended family when a child not of the parties is experiencing some issues. So I wasn't really going to address it. I don't believe it's really relevant to anything in front of the court today, but just to provide the court some context, we would dispute any notion that my client is somehow mistreating. It's not really relevant now anyways, because the parties are divorcing, but just want to clarify on that point. Apart from that, nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I will take the matter under advisement and we'll get you an opinion. I would say shortly, but I'm afraid it's not going to be shortly. I've got a couple of other cases that are ahead of you, but I will get it to you as soon as possible.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you. We're adjourned.
They didn't stream the ruling, but this judge is very mom-oriented already. So based on what Dad did, he probably got supervised visits if he's lucky.
Yeah, and they didn't stream the decision. I looked it up. I think basically the judge granted the divorce. I think the lawyer got everything they asked for. I mean, basically he had arrears child support. He was, ordered to pay the child support he already orders, and then I think they kept the custody arrangement the same. From what I recall, I got to go back into that channel. I just got to remember what the channel was first. All right, let's go back into the vault.